How did you learn about Woody Guthrie?
I got the, I guess it's a self-titled Bob Dylan record from the library when I was a kid. I was probably about 14. I think this is the one that was made in '63. It had a tune on it called Song to Woody.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Woody was. Went back to the library.
Yeah.
In the discs that they had there, they had one of Woody Guthrie. I thought, this must be the Woody that he's talking about. It's the only Woody I can find.
Yeah.
Took that back. So first tunes I'm hearing is Hard Travelin', Pastures of Plenty, fun ones like Driving in My Car, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to Woody, though, backwards through Bob. Yeah.
What did you hear when in those songs?
It was just, if America was a person, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no picture of him on the cover or anything like that, so you're just kind of imagining what this is, and it sounded like anyone in my town in Ozark. That's what Woody sounded like.
Yeah. That's pretty powerful.
That's cool.
Yeah. So did you start playing those songs?
I played a lot of Dylan's tunes. I didn't necessarily, of course, everybody learned This Land Is Your Land as soon as you got into the public school system.
Yeah.
You know, and you didn't even know that was Woody. So you know a Woody song before you ever know it's Woody.
Yeah.
You know a Woody Guthrie song before you've ever heard of Woody Guthrie.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. You know?
It's so interesting because that song, there wasn't really, until the 60s, there wasn't really a big recording of it in the U.S.
No, there was, no standard recording of it or anything.
Yeah.
No, other than, I guess, I don't know when the Lomax recordings or the Moash recordings got released, but
I think in the 50s, but it wasn't like it was a huge. He first recorded it, I think, in '44, but I don't think it was released till early 50s.
Okay.
But it wasn't like a huge hit song. It wasn't.
By then he was already having troubles.
Yeah.
With Huntington's.
Yeah. But it got passed around, like in schools and campfires and things like that.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I mean, that's the old way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was a folk song outside of folk music.
Yeah. So you ended up, you read the biography, you read a biography.
Yeah. I think Ed Cray, I think, is the author of the one that I read.
Yeah. When were you reading that?
I was reading that in February of 2024. So I don't know how I got it. I don't know who gave it to me. I don't know what I was doing with it.
Yeah.
But it was the only book that I had when my dad was in the hospital getting open heart surgery. And so I was reading on that and looking at my old man and thinking, if he dies, I didn't even get to know him all that long.
Yeah.
Life's awfully short. Here's a guy in this book who took advantage of every moment, it seems.
Yeah.
I should try to, grab life like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What else did you learn in the book? I haven't read that book. I'm dying to read it.
Yeah. Of course, what I thought was most fascinating was by the time Woody was a little bit older and he was married and living out in Pampa, Texas, and that's when I think really the Dust Bowl was going down.
Yeah.
And he was seeing these things firsthand in his relationships with his wives, his children, and the music. And that you always want to know what's the personal life of these artists that are just kind of legendary to you, and it humanizes them.
Yeah.
In that way.
You're talking about what you said when you heard his music, it sounded like the America that you knew.
Yeah.
Why do we hear that in his songs?
I guess because we never really change all that much. We think that we do.
Yeah.
But this is who we are, and it's who we were. That's why a tune like that, it seems so timeless. Songs are written in time, and they belong to a time and a place. I do think that. But sometimes the time and place that they were written in never goes away. And that's what makes them timeless. So, that song in particular.
Yeah. That's what you hear in that song.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It is interesting because it's very durable as a song.
Durable, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, that's Teflon.
No, I mean, it's like, as you say, sometimes it's either the time really doesn't change or it keeps coming back in time somehow.
Yeah.
Do you play This Land often or just for us?
And I don't play it at shows.
You don't? Okay.
No. There's verses of This Land Is Your Land that I feel like the tune was sanitized a bit.
Yes.
And that the message it conveys is lost at times.
Yeah.
And the verses that are most popular can be misconstrued. They can mean to people something that the tune doesn't mean. And there's an irony to the song. This land is your land. This land is my land. What land and how on earth do I afford it?
Yeah.
What land? I don't even have ancestors with land. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
If I were to play it more often, I think I would want to add some verses to it.
Well, there were the two verses that were generally taken out.
Yeah. And whether he did that or not, I don't think that's no credit or discredit to him.
No.
I understand that songwriters just take. Sometimes you need to fit it on a 45, or it has to fit, and those are the two that can go, or whatever. But I think that those are some of the two most important ones. Otherwise, you get this other idea about the tune, too sweet, too idealized. Yeah.
Which was not what he meant.
I don't think so. And now if you listen to the body of his work, then you know that that can't be what he was trying to convey. But it also depends on who he's singing to. And I think if Woody's singing to a bunch of kids, then what's the harm in having ideals? But if you're singing to a bunch of adults, there you have a teaching moment.
That's a great way to put it. But it's also, I think, part of what has kept the song around, in a way, because you can play it both ways.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And some people don't want to see that part of it. But then maybe they do.
Maybe by singing the first verse, you are singing the left out.
Yeah. You finished the Woody Guthrie bio?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you were done, what was your feeling about him?
That he was totally human.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the notion I got. And I was glad. I was glad that it wasn't this ballady or monolith. It wasn't that. It was very much a man like me or like anybody else.